Ready. Good evening to you all. My name is Queen Enoch Benjamin, and I'm very excited to be here with you. And here with me, we have Madam Jackie, who's going to tell us a little bit about herself. Madam Jackie, do you mind?
No, I don't mind at all. I am. I was a teacher for about maybe 25 years. No, 45 years. I started my career teaching in a town called Hasahesa in northern Sudan, where I was teaching English. I've taught in London all the rest of my life. I am now a Jajja. I'm a grandmother. I'm very proud, and I have 3 children. And I've been working in Chisubi as an education advisor. Well, coming to Chisubi for about 10 years,
And we're glad to have you.
helping the school to develop and change.
Okay, that's so lovely to hear, and it's actually an honor to be here with you by day because I've seen you by day around the school, and I'm very excited whenever you come because the novels you bring in, it just excites me most of the times. And all right, then to the next question, we have heard that you are a teacher of history. Do you mind telling us about that?
Yeah, I have always loved history. I grew up and I went to primary school in Malawi in Africa, and I always loved history. So at university, I studied history, and for most of my career, I was a teacher of history. But alongside that, I have trained and been a teacher of English, and especially English for children who don't speak English at home.
Oh, all right, that's so lovely to hear. Do you mind telling us how it feels to be a teacher by day?
Well, I think teaching is the best job in the world because teachers get to spend their whole time thinking about a subject that they love. So I loved history. I spent all my life teaching history. I think students are great. They have positive energy. They want to make the world a better place. And I think teachers are really interesting and very intelligent people. So it's a great job for me.
Okay, that's nice to hear. Along your path as a teacher, have you ever regretted at some point being a teacher?
No,
You've never.
no.
That's so lovely to hear. So I heard that you're interested in reading fluency. Do you mind telling us why that is?
Um, I think for me, your ability to read is what unlocks the door to your future. And where I've taught and students haven't been able to read properly, they may be very clever, they may want to do very well, but not being able to read is an obstacle to achievement. So one reason is it unlocks the future for students. And I have always cared about that. But the second reason is I love reading. I read all the time. I read novels. I read factual books. I love reading, and it makes my life richer.
All right. That's so lovely. The last question I have for you is, what's your target this year to improve reading fluency?
I'd really like to see 2 things happen at Chisubi. The first one is we need to give more help to more students who struggle with reading. And I think that's where we can unlock the talent and the energy of our older students who read well. I think there are lots of children who would really benefit from 20 minutes reading a day with somebody else, or half an hour reading a day. And it doesn't have to be a teacher. It could easily be, and maybe better done, by students. And I think it offers students the opportunity to understand the importance of reading for when they become parents. And the second thing is, I bring out suitcases of novels, and I try and find interesting novels, often by African writers, and I'd like to see more of them being read. I'd like children to be coming up to me and saying, "Can you get the next book by this writer?" Because I think we should have a culture where we love reading.
Very true. Thank you so much. You've really said a lot, and it's really impactful to the young. And reading, yes, this world these days, if you don't know how to read, you feel left out. You feel less of
You are
yourself.
left out.
Yeah, you feel really left out because most times everything in this world is it's all about reading. If you don't know how to read, you're not going anywhere in this world.
But also, reading is magical.
It is.
It gives you an entrance to another world.
It's true. It's true.
And we all need to escape from the present.
It's very true. Because so far, I don't even think I can count the number of books I've read. It's just beyond this world because because when you start reading, it's another world that you're going into, and that brightens your day most of the time.
There is a really lovely book, and we've got 5 copies in the library by a Ugandan called Jennifer Makumbie, and it's called The First Woman. She's a professor of creative writing in England, and so I would love to see all of her books taken out of the library and everybody reading the books because she's an amazing writer.
That's really nice to know, and I'll check this after
You
this.
check it because
I'll
it
need
combines for me history and creative writing. Great book.
All right, thank you so much for the recommendation, and thank you so much for taking the time to come.
My pleasure.
All right, then, guys, as you've had her, take the challenge and start reading, because reading is a door opening to the next life and to a new future. So let's take our time and start reading. Let's please take the challenge. Thank you so much.